Hello and welcome to the Bradley Young channel. Now today I'm going to be reworking a dress. This dress. Now I bought this a little while ago and I was going to use it to make something else because there's quite a bit of material in it, and I thought, what can I do with it? And having had a look at it, I decided the easiest thing was probably just to rework it and turn it into a skirt, which is fairly straightforward, I should imagine. Actually, I have already done that. It is this skirt. The only thing is after doing the videoing, I realised I hadn't done an intro, so this is the intro. Better get on with it, I suppose, and get and show you what I did. The other thing is that while recording this, I forgot to hit the record button a few times, so I haven't got quite as much video material as I was expecting. But never mind, let's get on with it and see how it actually comes out. So let's have a closer look at this dress, see what we've got here. Now on the side I've got this invisible zip, which is great because I can reuse that. I can reposition it further down, and on the top bit here where effectively the bust area of the dress, and then the seam is just underneath that, and then it's the rest of the dress, which is basically just a skirt really with this top section, but it's fixed on with this seam that just runs all the way round this top section. So I can just unpick that, take the top part off, obviously take the zip out as well, then I'm just left with a skirt. And all I need to do then really, I suppose, is to make a waistband from the material from the top. And I want quite a wide waistband on here, so I'm going to have to do a bit of working out to make sure that the material that I've got here will be able to make a waistband. And I can't see why it shouldn't. There is quite a bit of material there, and obviously reposition that zip. And hopefully it's fairly straightforward to turn it into a skirt. Well, I've managed to get the skirt and the bodice bit apart, so this is the skirt, just the skirt part, and it does leave rather sort of quite a nice natural waistline there. It sits on, I've tried it on, it sort of fits quite well for the waist, and this has a bit of stretch to it. This is not just a plain cotton. This does have a bit of sideways stretch, and I have to be careful I don't stretch it out too much and take it out of shape. But what I need to do now is to work out how to get a waistband on there from the material that I've got. Now I've taken the top bit, the bodice bit, apart quite a bit, and what I've ended up with is a couple of pieces like this, 1 and 2. And I was thinking perhaps I could just use them straight off of the arm, but what I've realised is that on the main bodice, obviously this bit has a certain shape to it. It's been shaped, and this bit goes round the back. Now this bit's fairly straight, that's not too bad, but this shaped bit for the bust on the bodice isn't going to work very well. Because there is shaping in there, which means that these have also got shaping. This piece is fairly straight, but this bit has got some shaping to it, so I might have to chop these up and put them together to make the waistband that I want. The other thing that I do have though is the sash. This came with a tie-up sash, which is pretty darn straight and would be more than long enough for making the waistband. So I've got some choices really. Do I just go with the sash and make that my waistband and then sort out trying to put the zip in, or do I try to make the waistband from the pieces I've taken off because they match it, whereas that's just plain black? So suppose I'm going to have a little think about it and decide exactly how I'm going to put this back together to create a waistband, because all I've got to do is just create the waistband really and then put the zip in, and that's it. But it's creating that waistband that's given me a bit of a problem. So a little bit of thinking, I think, and see what I can come up with. Now I've managed to get the waistband on that I've made. It seems alright. It's sort of gone on okay. Of course it's way too long, but then I planned it like that so that I could have room for adjustments, I suppose, or changing it if I need to. So I suppose now I've got to try and get the zip in, because I've got to get the zip in there before I do the finish off the waistband, because this bit here will get folded down to cover the zip, but it'll get done backwards, zip, turn through, and all that sort of messing around. So yeah, so now it's time to have a look and see how I want to place that zip, because obviously this zip is actually quite long, so putting it in here actually comes down quite a long way. So I might have to open up the slot a bit more, the side, but not too far. I might have it so the zip doesn't come all the way down, so maybe sort of there and lose the bottom couple of inches, but that's alright. It's just it'll be tacked in. I don't know, I keep looking at the zip thinking it's not the best zip, but it's the only invisible zip that I've got, so I'm going to have to work with this. So I'll have to give it a go and see what happens, I suppose. Well, I started putting the zip in, and now I'm going to be removing it, because I'm not putting the invisible zip in, I'm putting a different zip in, and a different zip needs to be in a slightly different position, otherwise it just doesn't fit. Should have checked it really. So there we go, all done, skirt made. It's quite a nice skirt. It's because I've not really had to do a great deal to it, it's actually supposedly been straightforward. But actually, you know what they say, there's nothing like an easy job, and this was nothing like an easy job, because it took me a lot longer than I was really expecting to take. Anyway, let's have a quick look at it. It is quite long, you know, it's sort of midi length, comes past the knee, but it's got quite a wide hem on there, so it's quite a nice long skirt. And because this has actually got a bit of stretch to it, it's very comfortable. The waistband is not quite as wide as I was expecting to make it, but it's still nice, and of course because it's the same material it does match. And now on the side I'd used a different zip to the one I was going to, but that means I've got only a short zip, and it's a metal zip, so it's going to be nice and comfortable. And with this slight overlap I put a button on there, so you know, on that waistband, so that's made it quite nice. But I say it is lovely and comfortable because it's got that stretch and it fits really lovely, nice and long, and yeah, I really like that. It's a very nice comfortable skirt. Because it's a single layer, I expect that in the summertime it'll actually be really comfortable and quite cool. So yeah, looking forward to wearing this during the summer, and it's been quite a good little project, good rework project, even though it took me a lot longer than I was expecting. I've still got the sash, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. Obviously I could wear it with this, I don't know, I've got it, could use it for something, but there you go, reworked dress to a skirt, and yeah, I'm quite pleased the way that's come out. Well, thank you for watching my video, and I look forward to joining you in my next video. Yeah.